Hey y'all, hey, and welcome to Tootie Talk Sense. I'm not gonna be on here long today. I'm just gonna do two little subjects and then get out of here because my big self gotta eat. Okay, and this is just lunch break. Usually, for the ones who knew, usually I drop the link so people could come up, but not today. Okay, y'all can still be out over there in the comments. Don't forget. As soon as I get home, my dog gets to barking. Don't forget to go ahead and subscribe to the channel on YouTube. Hit that notification button. Hit all so you can see every time I go live. And like the video and go ahead and be in these comments. So today we're just talking about Jonathan Major update and Dwight mhm, Dwight Howard update on his case. Now I'm still gonna do the Jada Pickett Smith worthy. I would say a review of the book, but I'm pretty much gonna be summarizing what the chapters are about. And I'm gonna do chapter 1 through 6 because I'm not finished yet. I'm only on chapter 6, so hopefully I'm gonna do that sometime this week. Yeah, y'all, let's get into it. For some reason, I didn't even know that the white had had this case first. Actually, I got it back at first. Let's do this Jonathan Major. I got the picture position correctly, but Jonathan Major, I done cropped off his head in that one, so my bad, y'all. But Jonathan Major, he was accused of DV. So they say YouTube not allowing you to say certain words on here, so I don't say it just to be safe. But DV is going upside his um his partner head that they live together in a domestic relationship. So DV, y'all get it, right? So he was accused of that with this lady right here with the blonde hair in this black outfit. He was accused of that. And since he got accused, right, he was saying that it wasn't that it wasn't true. That he actually is the one who called the police and she is actually the perpetrator and he's the victim. That's what he's been saying since he got arrested. His lawyers came out with like text messages that the lady was like, "Oh, I tried to get them to drop the charges and they wouldn't," type of thing. And she's sorry and apologized and everything. Now the little blonde haired girl is from I want to say the UK, like so the UK, Europe, somewhere Europe that she's from. So she didn't left and went on back home. She got going. The kitchen got hot. She got out. Now, I'm going to show you this article for the recent update because it's getting a little confusing because since he's been going to trial because the story was that she got mad that he was she called him texting. They was in a cab, called him texting some other girl. She get mad, take the phone, and go off on his head. Now, I ain't gonna say I agree with that, but I could say sometimes emotional get high and I understand. Now, I still feel like you shouldn't put your hands on somebody who don't expect their hands to get put back on you. But that's what he was saying. What he had said was what had happened was. So that's what he was saying that happened. And he the one who called the police, but he that black man, that big black man, and what happens, he's trying to put it as what happens. What happens when this black man with this white woman and the black man called police. They took his ass. They took him to jail. So let's read this recent articles. Then it came out that he was trying to press charges on her because he like that ain't the way it happened. She the one attacked me. I told the cab to pull over so I can get out because she over here losing her mind, right? That's summary. Y'all know I be telling stuff in my own words. So he wanted to press charges on her. Because people started pulling out. He had just got that Loki. I don't know if y'all watch Loki from the Disney Channel. And he had just got that Loki movie deal. He had did good in that. And the way that ended, you could tell that there was going to be more to come, especially for him, because he had like 600 different. It was one of the multiverses thing where it was like 600 different of him and things, and he was the villain. So there was more to come for him, but he had started getting dropped from contracts and things of that nature. So let's read now what didn't happen. What had happened was, now this article is from latimes.com. And also, let me just put this banner up here, sharing this in the Copyright Act of 1976 to fair use. So let's go through this article, y'all. So Jonathan Majors' accusers won't face assault charges before actor's New York hearing prosecutor says. And that's him over there. Got his glasses and stuff on, y'all. So Jonathan Majors' accusers will not face any assault charges before the actor's next court appearance, which is set for Wednesday in New York, authority says. A 115-page motion filed last week by the Manhattan District Attorney Office and obtained by the Times laid out much of the prosecution case against the Majors, including more details from the night of this alleged domestic assault on Gracie Jabari as prosecutors press forward towards a trial. The motion is a response to a request to dismiss the case filed by Major's attorney, who maintained his innocence. So his attorney was like, we can go ahead and dismiss this. And the prosecutor's like, no, and filed a 115-page motion. So the motion also states that the prosecutor do not plan to charge Jabari with a separate assault charges. That contradicts recent reports that said charges was headed her way. So the prosecutor was like, no, we ain't charging her. We just focusing on charging him. So the Messenger report exclusively Monday that the New York Police Department would be filing charges against Jabari, and that she would voluntarily report to the police in the near future. She had been issued the desk appearance ticket, which requires a suspect to appear in court to answer charges in lieu of being arrested, the report said. In June, the New York Times and Insider had also reported that police had enough evidence to arrest Jabari on suspicion of third-degree assault. Majors had filed a cross-complaint against her that same week. So what they're saying is there have been reports coming out that the police had issued a warrant for Jabari, which is the blonde head lady. So they had issued a warrant for her, and that's what the reports were saying go back in June. The district attorney was like, fake news. However, the DA recent motion said that on September 21st, prosecutors informed Ms. Jabari's attorney that the people would decline to prosecute Ms. Jabari if she were arrested. The motion added that prosecutors had notified Major defense attorney 5 days later. So they said even if the police arrest her, the DA, the district attorney, is saying we ain't gonna press charges. Must be nice. Major legal team went on to accuse the DA office of failing to investigate his claims against Jabari and said prosecutors tried to persuade a New York Police Department detective not to arrest her, the motion said. The prosecutor called the defense allegation fictional and meritless and said they had conducted a thorough investigation into his complaint. Prosecutors also stated in the filing that the defense had provided a photo of Jabari to the New York Police Department for a parent wanted flyer the department had considered distributing. So what they saying is they saying that Major lawyer then made up a whole wanted poster with this lady picture on it and gave it to the New York Police Department and like, yeah, go ahead and distribute this because it would make sense because as a defense attorney, his case is coming up. So they just, especially he's still denying it and he's saying, no, I got a complaint against her. She needs to be arrested. So it's going to go to the reason why he's not guilty. They done made up a whole wanted poster, like the ones you used to see make at the mall and used to have the little background, the old school black and white background. You'll be on there with a hat like that. Probably ain't how the wanted poster look, but that's how I see it in my mind. But they didn't gave it to the New York Police Department, told them to distribute that, and the attorney like, not this blonde head lady. No, protect her. Yeah, we ain't doing that. So law enforcement was also trying to obtain a September of 2022 report from the London police. The document said the filing referred to medical care allegedly sought by UK native Jabari, while Major was also filming in London, filming the second season of Loki. Major's attorney in the New York Police Department did not respond immediately to the time request for comment on Tuesday. Now, this is important because if the prosecutors are alleging that the only reason why I see that they will want this medical report is because I would assume they want this report saying that he did this before in London. Because other than that, why would you need a medical report from London when this happened in New York a year or whatever, months or whatever later? So I'm assuming that the prosecutor, and this is my assumption, the prosecutor didn't get hold of, or she didn't say it, or whatever, however they found out that she had got treated. And I'm assuming it's some DV situation for them to want this report, because then it would establish a history of him doing it. Because, like we know, most abusers have a history of doing it, whether the woman reported or not. There'll be either medical trail or her telling friends or things of that nature. So I'm assuming that's why they want this medical report. Majors is expected to appear Wednesday in New York criminal court for a hearing with Judge Rachel S. Pauley may decide whether to move forward with the trial or dismiss the case. The Creed 3 actor faced 3 misdemeanor assault and harassment charges. He was arrested in March after he dialed 911 following an alleged domestic dispute with a 30-year-old woman outside a Manhattan apartment. The accuser alleges that Major 34 struck her on her head with an open hand and cut her ear, grabbed her hand, and pushed her into the vehicle, causing her to fall backwards during the altercation. She was treated at a hospital for minor injuries to her head and neck, according to police. Another article I read was like she was treated at the hospital because she said it hurt. It wasn't like visible injuries. It was like, oh, it hurts. And they went and checked it. But I'm reading this article. So this is what this one says. She was treated for injuries. The recent prosecution filing also include more details about the March incident. As the pair rode in a private car from Brooklyn to Manhattan apartment, the filing said Jabari noticed a message flash across a major phone that read, "Wish I was kissing you right now." Now y'all know the rumor is that they saying that was making good text him. But either way, she didn't say who it was, but she seen the text that said, "Wish I was kissing you right now." And that's how this started. She grabbed his phone to see who the message was from, which prompted Major to try and pry her fingers off. Try to pry her fingers off the phone. I laugh because it gives you flashback, different little short videos, reels on Facebook and stuff when they say when a man leave his phone in a car, or when a man leave his phone in a room, or while he go in the shower and stuff, and how they would move heaven and hell to get that phone before that girl do. According to the motion, this caused bruising, swelling, and substantial pain. Major went on to grab at Jabari's arm and hand, twisting her forearm before striking her ear and causing laceration, the court document alleged. Now, that's not funny. I don't agree with DV at all, whether it come from man or woman. Don't agree with it. After this blow, the defendant grabbed his phone and Jabari left the car. Prosecutors continued in the filing, adding that Major had allegedly picked her up and threw her back inside. Miss Jabari sustained substantial pain, including a fractured finger, bruising about her body, a laceration behind her ear, and a bump on her head, prosecutors continued. After his arrest, Major rising career seemed to take a nosedive. He reportedly has been dropped by his publicity and management firm and also cut from by several prospective film projects and ad campaigns. The case has also cast doubt on his future in the Marvel Cinematic Universe after he played Kang the Conqueror in Ant-Man and the Wasp. Major attorney Privy Sharai, I'm probably pronouncing her name wrong, has maintained her client innocence, said in the August statement that the actress has had his life, career, and reputation torn from him. Yet he remains unwavering in his determinations to be absolved from this harrowing ordeal. So Y'all, what do y'all feel like about as far as them the DA deciding not to prosecute? Now they saying they investigated and there's no evidence of what Major have said, but it's evidence against Major about his abuse towards the lady, and there's no evidence about her abuse towards him. Now, but Major is the one who have lost, deals and all that. Now I feel like if he actually did it, then it's fine for him to have lost the deals. That there should be some type of repercussion for his actions. Now, if she is the one who actually did it, and the prosecutor already said off bat, "No, we ain't. I don't care if the police arrest her. We ain't pressing charges." So, but if she's the actual offender and he done lost all his money and the prosecutor ain't pressing charges, I'm like, that's pretty messed up. Now, everybody know that now since this didn't happen, this is who going to court with him. This is who he have been known to date, who he was with. This is who going to court with him. Now, all I think about when I see this is the blackening. Y'all, I hope y'all see that movie, The Blackening. And there was a part in the movie, and even when I went to the movies theater, seen it, and I seen it when it streamed on the TVs. It's still on TV. I think it's on Netflix. Y'all go check it out because it was a black producer, black actors, the black cast. So it's the part during the movie when the lady is beaten up, had to come in and beat up the villain, the people who's after them. And she get that thing, she gets some type of statue or lamp or something, and she going beating them. Why black women have to save everybody? So, I'm just saying that's what I think about when I see this. Now, this picture right here, that look like a place somebody get caught. Now, I didn't know that this had came out, and apparently it came out in July. I didn't hear anything about it. Well, I don't even remember it. I probably did, but I don't remember it because it wasn't that important. But it wasn't that important for me because I don't really watch sports, so I don't really remember the people like that. I do remember that I remember his ex. I want to say that was his wife, Royce, more than I remember him. But let's read, y'all. What's going on with Dwight and why he got that shock look? We ain't gonna y'all got kids in the room. Go ahead and let them go out because when I read this, I thought I was reading a Triple X magazine because I said, "Wait, what happened now? What had happened was." So Dwight Howard admits meeting men on Instagram to hook up. Denies lover was assaulted or forced into threesome. So the Dwight Howard denied he assaulted a man he met on Instagram, and he asked the court to dismiss the man bombshell lawsuit. Now, what I don't get, if this happened last year, and according to these articles, this article is from radaronline.com, but according to this article, it was it's pretty much R that he's accusing him of, but there's no criminal case. This is just a civil case. But according to court documents obtained by radaronline.com, the NBA legend has admitted that he met his accuser, Stephen Harper, on social media in May 2021. Harper said he reached out to Howard with a direct message on Instagram. He said he sent his cell phone number, which Howard texted after he received. In his lawsuit, he said Howard told him he was into freaky S stuff, you know, sex stuff. He's into freaky sex stuff, and that he asked for Harper to send him explicit photos. Right? Right. I got to check to make sure that this thing is. Okay. Try to check my value real quick and make sure that is coming through. Okay. Yeah, there it is. Okay, it's fine. Now, So what had happened was, is that wait, who sent the message first? Let's see. Did Harper said he reached out to Howard. So Harper, the alleged victim, right? Let me put up my allegedly banner. This is all allegedly, right? So Harper, the alleged victim, said he's the one who reached out to Howard. But once he to Howard, well, that's the white. Once he reached out to the white was like, I like that freaky, and send me some DP. That's what I'm assuming it said, y'all. Because the professional way they put it in a lawsuit, he said Howard told him he's into some freaky sex stuff, and then he asked for Harper to send him explicit photos. So what I interpret that is, he like, okay, you know how it be. You better make sure you ready. Y'all, you ain't ready for all this. I like some freakish. Go ahead, send me them deep pics. That's how I saw that conversation. And in response, Howard said he did exchange texts with Harper between May of 2021 to July of 2021, several of which included sexually explicit content such as photographs and video. So they weren't just sending pics, because it's 2023. You got to up your game. They were sending videos too. So the ex-NBA player said Harper came over to his house on July 19, 2021. Howard admitted that they went into his bedroom, removed their clothing, and engaged in consensual kissing. Because it's not the limitation, the time haven't ran out for this to be a criminal case. So I don't know, man. I guess he don't want him to go to jail. In this lawsuit, Harper claimed Howard surprised him by bringing out a man dressed as a woman. So he like they in there kissing, and then all of a sudden, Big Bertha. He said then all of a sudden this man dressed as a woman come out, and he like, hold on now. I know you into some freaky stuff, but I ain't saying up for this. Harper said the man called himself Kitty. So they in there kissing, then Kitty come out the back like, I heard, did somebody call Kitty? And so in his complaint, Harper said Howard wanted a threesome with Kitty, but he resisted. He said Kitty started performing oral sex on Howard. So Kitty started, licking like a lollipop. That's what Kitty started doing. Harper said he was uncomfortable and didn't want to participate. He said Howard tried to touch his thigh and stroke his thing through his underwear. Harper said he asked Howard to stop. Instead of listening, he claimed Howard told him he was going to do whatever, he was going to like it. And then they paid him for putting that picture of him like after they done wrote that statement. They paid him for that. Who right online? Y'all know y'all paid. So the defendant stood up, towering over Mr. Harper, grabbed Mr. Harper by the thigh, forcefully removed Mr. Harper underwear, held Mr. Harper down, and performed non-consensual oral sex on Mr. Harper. So he went down on, okay? Besides it went down, Dwight went down, okay? Mr. Harper was in fear of intimate bodily harm when he was pinned down and forced to remain in place while the defendant, which is the NBA player, that's Dwight, continued to sex assault him. Harper said Howard stopped performing the act on him when he realized Harper wasn't enjoying it. So, let me see. The suit said Howard then ordered Harper to his bed. Harper said Kitty was having sex with Howard. Harper said Howard forced him to perform. Howard forced him to perform oral sex on him. He said he tried to call an Uber after the incident, but Howard made Kitty take him home. So what he just said, what had happened was, so you know, uh, trying to find a PG-13 way to say it. So Dwight was bagging that thing up, like like juvenile. Uh, Apparently, I like Lil Wayne because first he said like lollipop. So Howard over there like wobbly 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 drop it like it's hot, and he was doing that for Kitty. So this is what because he said they were involved. They was doing what they was doing, him and Kitty. That's Kitty is the man dressed like a woman. So him and Kitty was over there doing the thing. And then he told the victim to come over there and do the lollipop, to lick it like a lollipop. So that's why I'm assuming that Howard was the receiver because in order for him to lick it like a lollipop, he had to not have it put in somewhere. Okay. So he had to be the one dropping it low, spreading it wide, in order for the other dude to come and to do the lollipop, to lick on the lollipop, in order for that to happen. And then afterwards, Harper said he didn't catch the Uber. He caught a ride home with Kitty. So that got to be the most uncomfortable thing ever. The lawsuit accused Howard of assault, battery, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and false imprisonment. In his response, Howard denied that Harper was surprised by Kitty. He said the plaintiff was aware that they would be arriving at the home prior to the plaintiff even arriving at the defendant home. So what he said was Harper knew that Kitty was coming before Harper even got there. So I'm assuming, and it seems like all he had to do was show the text message, but maybe they talked about it over the phone and he ain't got the text message to prove it. But yeah, he was like, no, he was down for it because besides I told him I like freakish, I had also told him about Kitty, and Kitty will be there when he arrived. So they was rest to go at the door. So that's the wife was like, he knew about Kitty and he wasn't surprised about nothing. He knew Kitty would be there before he even got there. So Kitty was there first. So Howard admitted he met with Harper. Howard admitted that Kitty was a man dressed as a woman. I mean, I think that'd be pretty hard to deny. Y'all was in there naked doing what you was doing. You can't tuck when you're naked and you was receiving. It was something. Uh, okay. So in addition, Howard admitted that he touched Kitty and Harper, that he touched Kitty and Harper, but said it was all consensual activity. The three agreed to touch one another and to engage in consensual sex activity. Howard lawyer wrote. Howard denied he sex assaulted Harper or forced him to receive or perform any sex acts. He has demanded the entire lawsuit be thrown out of court. As RadarOnline.com first reported in his lawsuit, Harper submitted text message and a Uber receipt from July to prove he did visit Howard home. So I'm like, he submitted text message and an Uber receipt. I guess the Uber receipt there because he said he didn't catch an Uber back home. So I'm assuming he submitted Uber receipts there, and he did text message. So I'm like, it seemed like that would just out him, but he's admitting to it now. He's admitting to it. So I don't know, was the plan to try to out him or thinking that he was just gonna pay because he didn't want to get out of? Because Dwight like, no, I'm finna out myself. Yeah, we did it. But and I did, y'all. I had Kitty. Kitty was dressed like a man. I had Hopper there, but that was all consensual. What you're not finna do is try to get me out my money because you think I ain't finna come out this closet, baby. Here I come. Here I go. And he came right on out, admitted everything. But he said, this was all consensual. You knew about Kitty. Kitty knew about you. We was gonna go and get that. Yeah. So that's that is that, y'all. I read and said, wait, what? What? Woo, this is a lot. This is a lot, y'all. That was a little explicit, but that's what had happened. So I said, hopefully it'll be more to update because it seems like it'll be easier to prove if he had the message with the kitty, but they did demand that the lawsuit get thrown out. So maybe he do got messages with him, Kitty, and Hopper that says that Hopper knew everything that was going on and things of that nature. I don't know if this is a instant where it was like, okay, well, I know you doing this secretly, so if I threaten a lawsuit, then you gonna give me the money. Or if this is something that actually happened to the victim. I'm not gonna decide either way. Y'all can put in the comment what do y'all feel like really happened, because the sense that I'm getting, I said I'm not gonna decide anyway, but the way that it's reading does read like especially if they got text message that this was an instance where they decided to get down and dirty, and he thought he was going to use his sexuality against them. Because as far as I know, I think there was rumors of Dwight, even though he was, I think, married twice to women and got kids, but I think there was rumors circulating. Same way with rumors that Will and Jada in an open marriage. That don't always mean that it's true because the rumors, but I think it was rumors of Dwight, paying for the other team. And I ain't talking about LA Lakers because that's the team he paid for. Maybe the other team was the Bulls, but you know what I'm talking about. So there was rumors of him playing for the other team, but he was like he was a down low man. So I think that it's possible that the guy was trying to you know threaten him with it, and Dwight like, baby, I'm gonna come out and reveal my own tea. Y'all get y'all cup, cause here it go. And took a sip of that tea, and like, nah, that happened, but it ain't happen like that. I ain't forced nothing on nobody. I ain't got to. I'm a basketball player. I get money, but and just cause they do, let me put this disclaimer out there. Just because they got money don't mean that people ain't out there still taking the cookie or the kitty or whatever. Because there's still is not also it's not always about money when it's situation when it's a SA, it's usually about power. So yeah, I'm gonna see what we're gonna go see what happens with this case, and like I said, it's not a criminal case; it's just a civil case, and the time haven't ran out for the guy to press charges. So I'm not sure why that haven't happened, but that's what it is, y'all. The white said, yeah, he had that man. There was a three of them. They doing a menage a trois, and he had the men with dressed as a woman, and he had Hopper, and the whole plan was for them to get down, and Hopper knew it. Now Hopper just trying to sue him to get some money out of him, and he's trying to get this case dismissed. So that's it, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and get on out of here, go back to work. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day, and I will see y'all next time. Bye. Bye.